HyperMine.
Okay, so we have the relays and translocators in place. I'm gonna remove these chests because we don't need these anymore. It's just where I was storing all the components for the interior of the reactors. Oh, I had some mag tubes. Huh. Yeah, no, okay. That was from where I put them. Now we just have to go along and put pneumatic tubes under here, and that's it. So that's the return system, and this doesn't need to be that quick because there's quite a large, like I don't need to use mag tubes to send the rejuvenated coolant cells back, because there's a very large buffer of coolant cells here. As you can see there's like a row missing from the top from each of these chests. They're now stored in these translocators for when the next time a regulator calls for another helium cell. You see a bit of piping here and there for stuff. This pipe here is coming from this exit here. There's a sorting machine which will fire out the coolant cells. As you can see that, well, I haven't actually put in I don't know whether, yeah, so coolant cells will go to orange, which is here, and the near depleted uranium cells will feed over here and go into the breeder reactor feed. So they'll go into one of these two chests in order to go back through the system again. So that pretty much wraps it up. The only thing I need to do now, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to fire this up. It's a bit daunting, actually, to be honest. I just need to keep, once I've got it turned on, I need to create enough of the vents. And there we go. 18 reactor heat vents. And basically what a reactor heat vent does is it vents heat that is contained in the reactor hull, and the reactor hull will heat up, much like the breeder reactor will heat up when there is a reaction going on inside the reactor. Actually, I can just do this. There we go. Oh, stupid rain. Oh, that was quick. So when these reacting, when the reactor is on and these are reacting with one another, let's say all the coolant cells were gone, they would heat the hull up, the reactor hull, and what these do is they vent that heat at about, I believe, about 4 heat per reactor tick, so 4 heat per second. So we just want to make sure that everything is ready. This is on. Oh, there was a redstone signal, blue pipe wire. What is this asking for? Blue low, green high, red high, and inventory full. So we have two conditions met, which means that the reactor hull is below 1500 degrees and it is full. And all we need to do now is throw the switch. And here we go. Okay. It could be that that display is bugged out at the moment. Nope. Nope, we've got... Alright, so we've got an issue somewhere here. Alright, let's just... let's go underneath and have a look at these gates. These gates could be misconfigured. If I can reach them. I don't know if I can. Ah, there we go. So what I need to have these gates set to is redstone signal on, red pipe wire high, and this one is, if I can reach it, oop. Oh, I can't, there we go. Green pipe high, redstone signal on, green pipe signal high. There we go. I'm not sure why I use diamond gates on there. It seems like a little bit of overkill. Alright. Now, we'll just go and have a look and see whether we've got... So we can see the red pipe is high. We have three conditions met. Here we go, people. This is the make or break time. And boom, we're on, and we're producing 2080 EU per tick, and we have our interdimensional storage unit pumping up EU. It'll store 1 billion EU, and that's it. It's firing away. So we have a successful reactor launch. And you can see our coolant cells are going down a little bit in durability. Our uranium cells are going down, our quad uranium cells are going down a little bit in durability. These will go down a lot faster though than these. But that's it, folks. The reactor is up and running. We just have to wait for the... Oh, you can... I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, come on. We might turn the sound up a little bit, just so that you can hear the cool hum. Oh. And as you can see, temperature is holding steady at 0. We should see, yeah, so temperature 0, and we have 2 hours and 45 minutes left of, or remaining time for the reaction. So it's a little bit under 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 47 minutes, I believe. I may have had my fan on during recording, which may or may not be an issue. So I apologise now for that, because it's quite warm here today. And while I was on the break making the hull cooling the heat vents, I turned my fan on. But yeah, that's it. The reactor is firing away. It's up and running. It is filling our IDSU with lovely, lovely power. And that's pretty much it, folks. I'm not really going to go into finishing off like I will finish it off, like I'll beautify it, but I'm not really going to go into doing that in this series. It really was all about the reactor system. What I might do is go away for a bit, and then we'll come back when the reactor is, when these coolant cells have gone down a bit, and then we'll set up the coolant system. So we will be right back. Okay, so I've got a bunch of these down to 10 durability, and I've pulled a reactor heat vent out to turn the reactor off, and that tests that while the reactor is not full, it will not be working. So it's actually off at the moment. I think I'm going to do it at 10, pull them out at 10, just to be, kind of safe rather than messing about, waiting to 1. So if I pull that out, you can see it's immediately replaced by a new coolant cell. And if I'm quick enough and I put this in here, we should see a bunch of cells being pulled out. Why are they not being pulled out? Why are they not being removed? Is that out of power or? Oh, the relay is full. Okay. Let's try this. Might be our sorting machine. It may need to have the 10. So that in there instead. There we go. So there go our coolant cells. They are going into here. They should start getting shot through. You can see them just barely. They're getting shot through the mag tubes, and they are going into. Oh, yep, there we go. I think some might have gone to this side. Yeah, that's nearly full. And yet they should be. You can see these components taking durability. That doesn't matter because that returns over time. They'll always have a little bit of a durability hit on them while they're cooling, while they're cooling these down. You can see this is already returned to 11, and it won't. So they've already been brought up to 11. It takes quite a long time for these to get to full, and you can see this component here is losing 10 durability and then gaining it again. It's because over time these components, these coolant components, regain their durability. You can see they're all now on 11, so they're slowly going up. We go back in here and replace our heat vent and turn the reactor back on. There we go. These heat vents are from the conditioning reactor, which I've pulled out. So there we go. The removal is working, so it's pulling out the coolant cells at 10 durability, feeding them into the coolant system, and the coolant reactors, or the cooling reactors, are slowly drawing out the heat. So these are on, some of them, one of them is on 12, the others are on 11. You can see that because the distribution is slightly uneven, some of these components are taking more durability damage than others. Once these all get filled up evenly, so eventually all of these reactors will pretty much be continuously full of coolant cells. Once that occurs, these damage values, or these durability values, should should stabilize a bit. You can see that some of these components are taking more damage than you would think they would. Look, if I was to put that in there. Oh, wait a minute, we need to run power to these guys. Okay, so I'm going to turn the reactor off for now, and we are going to wire up the translocators, something I completely forgot to do. I've turned the reactor back on, so the reactor is up and running. And oh, that's kind of stupid. And yep, we're generating heaps of power, heaps of power. Use a bit to charge up my chest plate, use a bit to charge up my boots. As I've said before, one cycle will generate about 400 million EU. So that's a 2 hour and 45 minute, or 2 hour 47 minute cycle, and we've got 2 hours and 25 minutes remaining on this cycle. So we might go and have a look again. The insides, a couple more. These guys should be popping out very shortly. We might stick around and see the exchange. Sitting on 15. And we might pop out and come back to that. I'm going to cover this up with the construction foam. Actually, I think I have the CF foam tool in my bag. I do. So we'll do that now. It's always a lot of fun because it sprays the stuff everywhere. You can mold it by putting down torches, because it won't. It won't form over torches. Ow. And this already dried here, so we need to break this block, and we'll go down this way. As I said, you can actually like mold it so that you don't waste any, but I've got lots of it. Like, ooh, like it takes about 20 something pellets to. Oh, are you kidding me? Ah, the heck was that? Jerk game. It takes about 20 pellets to fill the sprayer, and I made a ton of pellets. And I guess we don't really want to break that, so we'll leave that like that, because in order to remove that foam I'd have to break the wire, because this block now becomes like a piece of wire. So yeah, the reactor is up and running. Very happy with that. I was over here building some I've got a bag of holding which allows me to switch inventories like that. We might as well make a whole bunch of these. The only thing that I don't like about these project tables is you can't multi-click items into them, otherwise you crash the game. Oy. A few more of these. That's another half a set. And I can run the breeder to make more of these fellas, but I've got plenty of those there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it now. The reactor is done. It's running. I'm pretty confident that the exchange system... Oops, that's not right. The coolant exchange system is working quite well. Running out of copper plates for quad uraniums. And I was going to automate this system, but I didn't really feel like it needed to be automated, and you can't automate the project tables, at least not in this version of Feed the Beast that we're running right now. Might run over to the coolant manufacturing thingy, pop these copper plates in here, steal that, and steal that, because I'm not going to be making any more helium cells anyway. Maybe down the track I might fire some more out, but depending on what happens, I could need to make more in the future. Realistically. So we'll just finish off this. Chest of quad uranium cells. So that the chest is full. And then I think I'm going to call it an episode there and a wrap for the season. And I just want to quickly discuss my plans now that the nuclear reactor is done. I'm probably going to do some block spotlights on some of the blocks that I used in the project, and some of the blocks that are overlooked by a lot of people that play this game, that offer a lot of really great functions. Probably mostly the GregTech item transfer gear. I'll do spotlights on, and give little demonstrations of how they can be used, outside of the reactor system that I've used them in. So we need 3 more. So that's 1, 2, 2. I think I need 6 of these, so 12 of these. 12. There we go. So that's our quad uranium inventory full. Yeah, so I'll probably do some block spotlights on various kind of overlooked pieces of equipment, and I really wanted to mix up the technology in this too. I'm glad we got Red Power in time for me to finish this series, because yeah, I really wanted to use a lot of different technologies in building this thing. So I've used obviously Industrial Craft, I've used Red Power, I've used GregTech, I have used a bit of factorization with the routers. What else? Buildcraft, the piping systems from Buildcraft. Obviously this is all industrial craft, and I probably end up taking power from up there for these systems as well. Remove these panels. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this whole series has turned out, and I'm very happy with the fact that I have completed the reactor, which seems to have stopped. Has it stopped, or have I just... the sound has stopped because I went out of range of it? No, it's still going. Must have just been the sound stopped working. But still on 0 degrees temperature, still producing 2080, and still over 2 hours to go on reaction time. So that's it for road to nuclear power. Yeah, we're starting to see a few more of these fellas filling up in here. Let's have a look. What do we got here? They're still not coming down. I might need to pull those out. Let's try putting this in and see what happens. Yeah, see, it got immediately removed from the system. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone for following me on this series and for leaving comments and letting me know how much you enjoyed it. And look forward to my new Feed the Beast series, which will be the, as I said, the block spotlights. And there is a possibility that we are going to have perhaps have a new map at some point, because the Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack has just been released. So we're going to discuss. Well, I'm planning on bringing it up and discussing it with the rest of the members of the server. We might have a new map, and I might do a Let's Play series of Feed the Beast from scratch. You can see how my process of moving through the technology tree goes. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, guys, and keep on digging.